Have you ever felt like life is testing you in a way that's too heavy to bear? Like every plan you make, every hope you hold, seems to fall apart no matter how hard you try? Like every door you reach for closes before you even touch the handle? You might be asking yourself, why me? Why now? And that's exactly why you need to hear this. What if I told you that these struggles, the heartbreak, the delays, the disappointments are not random? They are not punishments. They are actually guiding you, shaping you, and quietly preparing you for blessings you cannot yet see. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and reflect. Which country are you watching this from? And what time is it where you are right now? Think about it. Whether it's morning, afternoon, night, or the middle of the night when sleep is far away, your heart is awake and searching for answers. Wherever you are, this message is meant for you. Because right now, something inside you knows that life has been unfair, that your dreams have been delayed, that the struggles feel endless. But what if I told you that every tear, every disappointment, every closed door is not closing your life, it's opening the path to something far greater? I want you to stay with me for the next hour because the lessons I am about to share could change the way you see your struggles forever. By the end, you will understand that the very challenges that felt like the end were actually preparing you for your most beautiful breakthroughs. And once you see this, your heart will never view hardship the same way again. Faith grows in the furnace of hardship. Faith is not something that grows when life is easy. It is not measured by comfort, by smooth days, or by the absence of struggle. True faith is formed in the moments when life pushes you to your limits, when your heart aches, when your plans fail, and when you feel like giving up. Every challenge, every disappointment, and every heartbreak is quietly shaping your inner strength. These are the moments when you discover what you are really made of, and you are drawn closer to your Creator, even if you do not notice it right away. When life feels unbearable, you may feel alone, but that is the moment when prayer becomes more than words. It becomes your lifeline. Even a whisper of hope, a simple conversation with your heart, becomes a source of comfort. Your reliance, the way you quietly lean on your faith and trust, becomes your true strength. And when you face fears or doubts, trust becomes your shield, protecting your heart from despair. Trials are not punishments. They are invitations, opportunities to look inward, to grow, and to connect with something greater than yourself. Each struggle you endure, each tear you shed, each moment of waiting and uncertainty is preparing your heart for a future that only patience and faith can reach. The hardships of today are not the end. They are the foundation of a heart that will stand strong in any storm. Every difficulty, every challenge is like fire that forges steel. Your spirit is being made unbreakable, your faith being made unwavering, and your heart being made ready for blessings you cannot yet see. Even when it feels like life is against you, even when the pain seems too much to bear, remember that this is the moment when your faith is quietly growing, stronger and deeper than ever. It is being shaped in ways that comfort could never achieve. This struggle is not wasted. It is your preparation, your training, your shaping for the life and strength that lie ahead. Every hardship is a reminder that the power of faith is revealed not in ease, but in endurance, in patience, and in the courage to continue trusting even when you cannot see the path clearly. Tests redirect towards something greater. Sometimes life does not go the way we plan. We make efforts, dream big, and pour our hearts into something, only to face disappointment. A door we hoped would open remains closed. A plan we counted on falls apart. A relationship we invested in ends unexpectedly. At first, it may feel like a failure, like life is unfair, or like our efforts have been wasted. But these moments are not punishments. They are gentle redirections, guiding us towards something far better than we could imagine. It is hard to see this at the time. When we are in the middle of a setback, it is natural to feel anger, sadness, or confusion. We ask ourselves, why me? Why now? Why did this happen? But often, these questions are not meant to be answered immediately. The true answer reveals itself only in time, when we look back and understand that the closed door was never a barrier but a guide, pointing us toward a better path. Life has a way of redirecting us to what is truly meant for us. Sometimes we insist on what we want, clinging to our plans, our desires, our expectations. We forget that what we desire is not always what is best. There may be something greater waiting for us, a blessing, an opportunity, or a lesson that we cannot see because we are focused on the wrong path. The setback, the rejection, the delay is the very thing that protects us from something that is not right for us and prepares us for something far more beautiful. When we learn to trust this process, disappointment transforms into hope. We begin to see that every no in life is not a refusal but a redirection. Every delay is not denial but a preparation. Every failure is not a loss but a step towards something bigger. Sometimes the thing we have been waiting for all our lives could not have arrived if life had not taken away what we thought we needed. The beauty of this redirection is that it shapes our character and our heart. It teaches patience, humility, and acceptance. It teaches us to let go of what is not meant for us and to trust the timing and wisdom of life. And when the blessing finally arrives, we see that it is far greater than what we could have imagined. We realize that every disappointment, every closed door, every delay was never wasted. It was a preparation for what was always meant to be ours. So when life feels like it is not going your way, when plans fail or opportunities vanish, do not despair. This is the moment to pause, to breathe, and to trust that you are being guided. The path you are on, even if it feels wrong or painful, is leading you exactly where you need to be. Every setback is shaping your story, preparing your heart, and guiding you towards something greater than you ever dreamed. Patience reveals hidden rewards. Life often tests our patience in ways we cannot control. We wait for opportunities that never come when we expect them, for outcomes that seem delayed, and for dreams that feel just out of reach. Sometimes it is easy to feel frustrated, to lose hope, or to question why things are not happening as we imagined. But the truth is, patience is not simply about waiting, it is about trusting the process, trusting yourself, and trusting that life has a plan far greater than your own. When we face challenges and delays, it is natural to want answers immediately. We want to see results, to feel relief, and to know that our struggles have meaning. But patience teaches us that the most beautiful rewards are often hidden behind the waiting. Every moment of endurance, every tear shed quietly, every prayer whispered with sincerity is planting seeds for blessings that may not appear today, but will come in the perfect time. Life's timing is always wiser than our own, and patience allows us to align with that timing. Patience is more than just enduring discomfort. It is the conscious decision to maintain hope when the heart feels heavy, to continue moving forward when the path seems uncertain, and to trust that every struggle has a purpose. It allows us to see that delays are not denials, failures are not defeats, and hardships are not punishments. In the quiet moments of waiting, patience strengthens our character, teaches resilience, and opens our hearts to understanding lessons we could not learn otherwise. Think of every challenge as a hidden treasure, a gift that life is preparing for you. Sometimes the reward is not the end result, but the growth that occurs while you wait. The strength, wisdom, and compassion you develop in the process are the true blessings. When patience is practiced sincerely, it reveals to us that even the things we considered setbacks are actually steps towards something far greater than we can imagine. The beauty of patience is that it allows us to find peace in uncertainty. When we stop resisting what we cannot control and instead focus on how we respond, we discover an inner calm, a resilience that cannot be shaken, and a clarity that comes only through endurance. Every delay and every challenge becomes a teacher, showing us that life is working quietly behind the scenes, aligning circumstances and preparing our hearts for the blessings that are yet to come. So, when you feel frustrated by waiting, when it seems that life is not moving fast enough, remember that patience is revealing rewards that cannot be rushed. Trust in the process, trust in yourself, and trust in the greater plan. The struggles you face today, the delays you endure, and the challenges you overcome are all quietly shaping a future that is better than you could have imagined. Patience is not just about surviving the moment, it is about preparing for the extraordinary blessings that are waiting for you just beyond the horizon. Hidden blessings are everywhere. Life has a way of hiding blessings in places we least expect. Often, when we face challenges, pain, or disappointment, our first instinct is to focus on what we have lost or what has gone wrong. We feel frustrated, hurt, or even defeated. But if we take a step back and look more closely, we begin to see that even the most difficult moments carry hidden gifts. Every hardship, every setback, every unexpected twist in life is quietly shaping our hearts, teaching us lessons we would never have learned otherwise, and preparing us for blessings we cannot yet see. Sometimes the blessing is not in the outcome we hoped for, but in what we gain while waiting or struggling. A failed opportunity may teach us resilience. A closed door may protect us from something that would have been harmful. A painful ending may open the path to something far more beautiful and meaningful. Life is constantly working behind the scenes, arranging circumstances and experiences that guide us toward growth, wisdom, and strength. The challenge is learning to see these hidden blessings while we are in the middle of the storm. When we start looking for the positives, even in the hardest times, our perspective changes. We begin to notice small signs of mercy and care that we might have overlooked. A simple word of encouragement, a moment of clarity, a lesson learned from a mistake, or the presence of supportive people in our lives. These are all examples of hidden blessings. Often, these quiet gifts are more valuable than the big, obvious ones because they shape who we are and how we navigate life in a meaningful way. Life has a gentle way of reminding us that everything has a purpose. The struggles we endure are not meaningless. They are opportunities for growth. The setbacks we face are not punishments, they are lessons in patience, faith, and perspective. The delays, rejections, and obstacles are not failures. They are preparation for moments that will transform our lives in ways we cannot imagine. When we begin to see life this way, we realize that blessings are not always wrapped in ways that are obvious to the eye. Sometimes the greatest gifts come disguised as challenges, mistakes, or detours. Learning to recognize hidden blessings requires a shift in mindset. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" we can start asking, "What is this teaching me? How is this shaping me? How might this be protecting me or guiding me to something better?" When we adopt this perspective, even the most painful experiences begin to reveal their value. Life becomes a series of lessons and opportunities rather than a series of disappointments and losses. The most beautiful part of hidden blessings is that they teach us gratitude. When we realize that even challenges, mistakes, and hardships carry value, our hearts open to appreciation for all aspects of life. We learn to trust that there is a greater plan at work, even when we cannot see it. We start to notice the gentle ways life supports us, guides us, and prepares us for the future we are meant to have. So when life feels unfair or painful, remember that blessings are often hiding in plain sight. The moment you start looking with your heart rather than your eyes, you will see that nothing is wasted, nothing is meaningless, and everything has a purpose. The pain you feel today may be shaping a joy you cannot yet imagine. The loss you experience may be preparing the way for a gain far greater than anything you hoped for. Hidden blessings are everywhere, you just need to open your heart to see them. Hardships build strength and character. Life has a way of testing us not just to see how much we can endure, but to shape who we are becoming. Every hardship, every challenge, every moment that feels unbearable is quietly molding your character. When life is easy, it is comfortable, but comfort does not build strength. It does not teach resilience, courage, or compassion. Hardship does. Struggles push us to our limits and show us what we are truly capable of, even when we feel weak. The beauty of difficulties is that they shape our hearts in ways we cannot achieve in comfort. They teach patience, they deepen empathy, and they awaken wisdom. A person who has faced challenges understands the value of perseverance, the importance of kindness, and the power of quiet endurance. Life struggles are like a sculptor's chisel, slowly carving out strength, refining our character, and removing everything that is unnecessary. Each hardship is a stroke, shaping us into the person we are meant to be. When you go through difficult moments, you may feel that life is unfair or that the challenge is too much to bear. But these are the very moments that strengthen you for the future. They prepare you to handle responsibilities, relationships, and opportunities that you could not have managed before. They teach you how to respond with patience instead of anger, with understanding instead of resentment, and with courage instead of fear. Each challenge equips you with the tools you need to face whatever comes next with grace and resilience. Hardships also teach humility. When life challenges us, we realize that we are not in control of everything. We learn to rely on our inner strength, our faith, and our ability to endure. We begin to appreciate what we have, value the lessons we learn, and understand that growth often comes in the form of discomfort. Every obstacle becomes a teacher, every setback becomes a guide, and every struggle becomes a building block of a stronger, wiser, and more compassionate version of ourselves. Even when the hardships feel painful, even when the weight seems unbearable, every difficulty is quietly shaping your character. The experiences that seem hardest are often the ones that teach the most. They prepare you to face the world with confidence, to love with sincerity, to give without expecting, and to persevere when others might give up. Your character, your strength, and your resilience are being built piece by piece through the very struggles that feel like obstacles today. The person you are becoming through hardship is far more valuable than any temporary comfort. Life is not simply about surviving, it is about evolving, growing, and becoming someone who can handle both joy and pain with grace. The trials you face are not there to break you, they are there to build you. Every challenge carries a gift, the gift of strength, the gift of wisdom, the gift of a heart capable of understanding life's deeper lessons. So when life feels heavy, when challenges seem overwhelming, remember that you are being shaped in ways that are preparing you for a future you cannot yet see. Your hardships are not wasted, they are building your character, refining your spirit, and preparing you to embrace life fully, courageously, and with a heart that has grown stronger because of everything you endured. Every struggle is shaping you into someone who can face the world with resilience, love, and unwavering faith. Life's tests are not punishments. Many of us live with the misconception that life's challenges are punishments. When things go wrong, when plans fail, or when we experience pain, our first instinct is often to feel that we are being singled out or that we have done something wrong. But the truth is that tests are not punishments, they are part of life's way of shaping us, guiding us, and preparing us for something greater. Life is not against us. It is quietly working to make us stronger, wiser, and more capable of handling whatever comes next. Every test, no matter how difficult, carries a purpose. Even when we cannot see it, even when we feel overwhelmed, life is giving us opportunities to grow. These challenges are not meant to break us, they are meant to awaken strength we didn't know we had, to teach lessons we wouldn't have learned otherwise, and to prepare our hearts for blessings that are waiting for us. The pain, the disappointment, and the struggles are all part of a process that leads to personal growth and deeper understanding. When life feels unfair, it is easy to feel discouraged or angry, but if we shift our perspective, we begin to see that tests are not punishments, they are guidance. They show us what needs attention in our hearts, what areas of our character need growth, and what we are capable of enduring. Challenges reveal our resilience, patience, and ability to trust ourselves and life, even in the face of uncertainty. Every obstacle is an opportunity to strengthen our spirit, to refine our choices, and to develop a deeper connection with our inner strength. One of the most important things to remember is that life never burdens us beyond what we can handle. Even when it feels like too much, we are always capable of enduring, learning, and growing. Tests are like gentle reminders that we have the inner resources to overcome difficulties. They are invitations to rise above despair, to trust in the process, and to recognize that every struggle has a hidden purpose. When we embrace this mindset, we stop seeing hardship as a curse and begin to see it as a teacher. Every disappointment becomes a lesson in patience. Every failure becomes a stepping stone to growth. Every challenge becomes a way to understand our own strength. Life's tests are opportunities to learn how to navigate uncertainty with grace, to respond to adversity with courage, and to maintain hope even when the path is unclear, even when it feels painful, even when we cannot understand why certain challenges are happening. Life is always working quietly behind the scenes. Nothing is wasted and nothing is meaningless. The struggles we endure today are equipping us for tomorrow, preparing us for opportunities, relationships, and experiences that would not have been possible without the growth we gained through the tests we faced. So, when life challenges you, when it feels heavy or unfair, remember this: these tests are not punishments. They are the very experiences that build your strength, shape your character, and prepare your heart for blessings you cannot yet see. They are reminders that life is always guiding you, even when the direction is not immediately clear. Trust the process, trust yourself, and trust that every challenge is working quietly to make you stronger, wiser, and ready for the life that is meant for you. Every difficulty awakens gratitude. Life has a way of teaching us gratitude in ways we may not expect. Often we take the blessings around us for granted, noticing only what is missing, what is difficult, or what feels unfair. But it is in the moments of struggle, in the moments of discomfort, and in the moments of loss that our hearts truly begin to understand the value of what we have. Every difficulty, no matter how small or large, carries within it a quiet lesson in appreciation and awareness. When we face challenges, our perspective begins to shift. We start to notice things we never paid attention to before: a friend's support, a moment of peace, a kind word, or even the simple ability to breathe freely. Struggles teach us to look closer, to see beyond what is obvious, and to recognize the blessings that were always there but hidden behind routine or familiarity. Life's hardships act like a mirror, reflecting the true value of what we often overlook. Every difficulty has a way of awakening our hearts. A failed plan, a lost opportunity, or a painful experience may initially bring sadness, but it also creates space for reflection. It forces us to pause, to think, and to acknowledge the moments of goodness we may have ignored. Gratitude begins to grow when we realize that even in our hardest times, there is something to appreciate, something that carries us forward, something that reminds us that we are not alone, and something that sustains us when life feels heavy. Challenges also teach us humility, reminding us that life is not always under our control. When we encounter hardships, we learn to appreciate the times of ease, the moments of comfort, and the simple joys that fill our lives. Difficulties highlight the contrast, showing us the richness of ordinary blessings that we may have ignored when life was smooth. This is the hidden wisdom of hardship. It helps our hearts awaken to the small, quiet joys that make life meaningful. Gratitude awakened by struggle is deeper, more sincere, and more lasting. It is not just a polite acknowledgement. It is a feeling that grows from understanding, from experience, and from recognition of life's complexities. When we learn to be grateful in the midst of difficulty, we develop resilience, hope, and a positive outlook. We begin to see that life, with all its challenges, is filled with gifts waiting to be discovered. Sometimes, the most profound blessings come disguised as difficulties. A lost opportunity may open the door to something far greater. A painful experience may teach a lesson that transforms our character. A moment of failure may reveal the strength we never knew we had. When we learn to see the hidden blessings within challenges, gratitude naturally flows from our hearts. We become more aware, more present, and more appreciative of life itself. So, when life feels heavy, when struggles weigh you down, remember that every difficulty is an opportunity to awaken gratitude. Look around, reflect on what you have, and recognize the ways life supports you, even when it seems hard. Gratitude grows strongest in the soil of challenge, and when it takes root, it transforms the way we see the world, the way we respond to adversity, and the way we experience joy. The hardships you face today are quietly teaching you to appreciate, to value, and to love life more deeply than you ever have before. Tests reveal true priorities. Life has a way of revealing what truly matters when we are faced with tests and challenges. In the calm and comfort of ordinary days, it is easy to be distracted by trivial things, by the rush of work, the desire for approval, or the pursuit of fleeting pleasures. But when life becomes difficult, when plans fail, or when expectations are not met, suddenly everything that is not important falls away, and our hearts are forced to recognize what is essential. Tests have a way of stripping life down to its core, showing us what is real, what is lasting, and what deserves our attention. Challenges expose our priorities. They show us what we truly value and where our hearts are invested. When things go wrong, we begin to notice the relationships, the habits, and the choices that genuinely sustain us. We see what brings peace and meaning, and we also see what distracts, drains, or misleads us. Life's tests are not just obstacles, they are mirrors reflecting our true selves, revealing where we place our time, energy, and devotion. In this way, difficulties are powerful guides, helping us refocus on what really matters. When we face setbacks or hardships, we often realize that many things we once chased were not necessary. Material gains, superficial achievements, and meaningless comparisons lose their weight. Instead, our attention turns to the things that nourish our hearts, build our character, and bring lasting fulfillment. True priorities become clear: the values we live by, the relationships that support us, the integrity we uphold, and the purpose we pursue. Life's tests refine our vision, helping us distinguish between what is temporary and what is eternal. Tests also teach us to act intentionally. When distractions fade and clarity emerges, we begin to make choices aligned with our deepest values. We learn to invest in things that truly matter, to nurture connections that are meaningful, and to pursue goals that resonate with our hearts. Challenges guide us to live with purpose rather than habit, to follow our hearts rather than trends, and to dedicate ourselves to what will leave a lasting impact on our lives and the lives of others. Perhaps the most important lesson is that true priorities are not always obvious in moments of ease. Comfort can blind us, making us forget the things that sustain us emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. It is only when life pushes us, tests us, or challenges us that the truth of our priorities emerges. These moments are gifts. They help us focus on what deserves our energy, time, and attention. They show us what we are willing to fight for, endure for, and sacrifice for, and in doing so, they help us shape a life of meaning and purpose. When we understand that tests reveal our true priorities, we begin to see life differently. We no longer measure success by the approval of others or by temporary comforts. We measure it by alignment with our values, by the strength of our character, and by the depth of our relationships. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to reassess, to refine, and to realign with what is truly important. We begin to live with clarity, focus, and intention, recognizing that life is too short to waste on things that do not matter. So, when life tests you, when obstacles appear, and when plans fall apart, remember that these moments are not random. They are gentle, powerful lessons showing you what deserves your attention, energy, and love. They guide your heart toward what is lasting, meaningful, and true. Life's tests reveal your priorities, and by paying attention, you can live with purpose, make wiser choices, and invest in what will truly bring fulfillment, peace, and joy. As we come to the end of this journey, I want you to take a moment and breathe. Think back to every struggle, every disappointment, every challenge you faced in your life. Look at them differently now. The heartbreaks, the delays, the moments that felt unbearable. They were never meant to break you. They were quietly shaping you, preparing you for something far greater than you could have imagined. Remember, the tests you face are not punishments. They are invitations to grow stronger, to see clearly, and to align your life with what truly matters. Every tear you have shed, every night you have spent wondering why, and every door that closed in your face was not the end. They were preparing your heart, your soul, and your life for blessings that are coming patiently, quietly, at the perfect time. Think about the lessons we explored together, the way faith grows in hardship, how patience reveals hidden rewards, how struggles awaken gratitude, and how challenges reveal your true priorities. These are not just words, they are truths you can carry in your heart, truths that can transform the way you see your life, the way you respond to adversity, and the way you move forward with courage and hope. So, no matter what you are facing today, know this: you are stronger than you think, your struggles are not wasted, and the life you are dreaming of is being prepared for you step by step, test by test. Trust the process, embrace the lessons. Keep your heart open to the hidden blessings, even when the path seems unclear. And as you leave this video, remember your hardships are not your end. They are the very things that will shape your future, strengthen your faith, and prepare you for the life you are truly meant to live. Let this truth settle in your heart, and let it guide you forward with hope, courage, and unwavering trust. Because the life that feels impossible today, the blessings that feel delayed, they are coming, and when they arrive, you will look back and see that every challenge, every struggle, every test was not just a part of your journey, it was the secret path to your greatest triumphs.